Herpes has become a really common and prevalent health problem in the USA. Millions of people have this infection, but for something as common as herpes, the conventional treatment options are disappointing and worthless to say the least. Antivirals like acyclovir and a heavy dosage of suppressive drugs are prescribed, and patients are told to keep taking these pills throughout their entire life. Now, this has been the norm since the last 3 decades, and things really have only worsened for the patients. Now, earlier, these drugs at least suppressed the outbreaks to a good extent. But now, even that is not happening as the virus has become resistant to these drugs. All of this and much more has forced people to look for an alternative, and natural treatment options have shown some very good promises. Now, today we are going to tell you about a nature-based alternative herpes treatment system that promises to help millions of herpes sufferers from the glitches of pain and sufferings that not only is physical and mental, but also often emotional, social, and even financial. Now, alternative generally means the other option. But in case of herpes treatment, alternative is really the only option, the only real option. Now, in case you don't already know this, you will know in just a little while. So stay right here. Now, many of you must have had perhaps the first-hand experience of conventional herpes treatment. Now, what is it all about? Well, doctors are prescribing the same drugs and the same combinations that have been used for decades. Antivirals and suppressive treatment is all they give to herpes patients. Patients are told that they'll have to take these pills for life, each day, every day of their life. Now, even though these pills soon start to cause nausea and insomnia to the patients, along with oftentimes headaches, and even longer usages of these pills can lead to liver and kidney failure. This is because there simply is no other option in conventional medicine systems. Just not there. The heavy dosages of suppressive treatment causes disruption in the body's natural functioning, leading to severe complications and oftentimes organ failures. But people had no other option because this was all that conventional treatment systems had to offer. Now add to this the financial burden, as these pills don't come cheap. For any herpes patient, getting treatment was getting nothing short of a harrowing experience. But the worst part is yet to come. In the last few years, these antivirals have even failed to suppress the outbreaks. There have been many cases where people have had regular outbreaks in spite of being on medication for a long time. And such cases are increasing year after year. Now, this was bound to happen. The virus was becoming resistant to these suppressive drugs. And it was only a matter of time before it developed resistance to these antivirals. Now, that is when the need for an alternate treatment was felt more than ever. People realized they needed a different, a safer, and more effective treatment. Now, in spite of the financial burden and severe side effects, the reason why a majority of people still took these pills was because it seemed to solve their more immediate problems, the outbreaks. But when even that stopped happening, folks realized that their time of being dependent on these antivirals was over. So people started embracing natural, holistic, and herbal treatment options. They were low on costs, and there were no side effects, and they gave good results. Now, since the last few years, this change has been slowly happening, and people are now choosing alternative and natural herpes treatment options over the conventional treatment, and there are obvious reasons for that. They don't have to pay huge costs for them, and more importantly, these natural options won't cause hair fall, nausea, or liver problems. Now, this has been a remarkable and certainly a welcome change. But there have been many hurdles and problems down this new road, which we will talk about just a little bit later. Now, while natural treatment options have looked promising, indeed, only a rare few have been lucky enough to get good results and the best benefits out of what nature has to offer for herpes. For most of the other people, natural treatments have proved to be more hype than results. Also, for many people who were skeptical to try out natural herbal treatments and who were not ready to walk into that unfamiliar territory, there has been some serious concerns and question marks that have not allowed them to kind of assure themselves to try out the natural treatment options. Now, there are a lot of reasons why natural treatment options have not been utilized and implemented the way they were supposed to and have not yielded what was expected. Well, let us see the major reasons. Now, the first reason is just a lack of experts or certified professionals in the field to consult with before trying out natural treatments. In the USA, unfortunately, due to pharma clout, there is a massive shortage of medical practitioners skilled and qualified enough. Now, this is the major reason the doubtful ones and the confused ones have not been able to get any guidance. Number two, lack of proper knowledge. Now, most people look online for natural treatment options. There are thousands of stuffs online for herpes. Now, most of them are either a scam or unreal information or adulterated information that has not been verified. So people generally use such low quality information and they follow them, and as a result, often they just don't get expected and desired results, and sometimes such things do them actually more harm than good. Now, there are a lot of other reasons why people have not been getting the good results they should be getting, but these two are by far the most important ones. Now, we felt the need to do more and greater serious work and evolve a comprehensive natural herpes treatment system so that it becomes easier for people and safer also for them. Now, that is why we created VSAHT. VSAHT stands for Verified and Supervised Alternative Herpes Treatment. VSAHT is an alternative herpes treatment system that is based on verified natural treatment options and is supervised by our doctors and other certified health professionals. Now, VSAHT is the world's first alternative herpes treatment system where verified natural and herbal treatments are given under the supervision of doctors. Now, VSAHT is changing lives, and dealing with herpes is becoming easier. More than 10,000 people have already had benefits out of VSAHT, and we expect to help many more in the future. VSAHT was created to eradicate the problems due to which people were not getting proper benefits of natural treatment options. Now, the goal was to create a platform and evolve an alternative treatment system, again, where people can clear their mind by consulting the right professionals and get the best and verified herbal and natural treatments. Now, before talking into details of how VSAHT works, let us talk about how we created it and why it will change millions of lives in the next decade. Now, we started as a small group of health professionals, and our goal was to evolve an alternative herpes treatment system again that can comprehensively treat herpes, which was based on nature and natural products, but also had a standard, a quality and credibility that could be trusted upon. We searched for and met many alternative medicine practitioners. Sadly, there were hardly any good ones in America. Most of them either had less knowledge or were just plain opportunists, feeding on people's dismay by making false promises. Well, then we expanded our search to international regions, and particularly on countries that had alternative medical systems approved and monitored by their respective governments. Now, these were the countries that had a rich herbal and medicinal heritage that was being practiced even today in a proper, systematic, and legitimate manner. Now, this was important for us because we were looking to create a standard and comprehensive system, so it was extremely important to look for credible, legitimate, and fact-backed practices. 19 countries were the most exciting ones in that regard. And after spending months looking into what they had to offer, we realized that India and China are the best options to dig deeper because they had a history of advanced herbal practices and a heritage like no other. Also, they had government-certified alternate medical systems based on natural healing and herbal medication. Now, there were even courses running in many colleges based on them, and doctors were being prepared and trained to take this ancient knowledge even further. On top of that, we were able to find people there with an unbelievable amount of herbal knowledge and ancient wisdom, which combined with their decades of practice was invaluable. Now, India in particular was a really exciting and exhilarating destination for us. Both India and China gave us great information and passage, but in China, it was a bit difficult to verify the facts and the information that we got. And things seemed more belief-based, which was great. But to succeed in what we were about, what we wanted to do, it was important to verify facts and information. See cases and results that could satisfy us about the validity of the information we received. Now, the major TCM legends, TCM stands for Traditional Chinese Medicine, had a habit of not letting too much of their knowledge come out to strangers, mainly to maintain their legacy, and they imparted their central skills and knowledge to their children, to their offspring. And this is how the practice has been going on literally for centuries. There were other TCM practitioners who did not have ancestral backgrounds in TCM, But, they were not quite as brilliant as the ones considered legends by their people. But in India, it was slightly better and favorable for us. Here, not only were we able to find good and high quality information, but also things were belief-based as well as they had scientific logic behind them. This allowed us to dig deeper and seek out information and help as per our needs. Now, the traditional medical system of India, Ayurveda seemed more logical and advanced than all other traditional systems, and many things that had been mentioned there centuries ago that modern medical science has only now been able to discover and use in the last few decades. It's amazing. Also, there were many medical institutions and organizations that were working on coordinating Ayurvedic wisdom and information with modern knowledge and tools. That is why we chose and continue to choose India as our place for further work. Here we hired more people to help us who had backgrounds and knowledge in Ayurvedic and other relevant systems. Also, we met a lot of marvelous Ayurvedic Vaidyas and doctors. Now, Vaidya is the term coined for someone in Ayurveda who has great knowledge and who immediately picks the problems of the patient and whose diagnosis seldom fails. It's incredible. We met many such great people whose knowledge and skills flattered us to no bounds. Seriously, folks, there were Ayurvedic doctors and Vaidya who would hold your hand and feel your pulse and tell everything about your health problems in less than 2 minutes. Now, this was mind-wandering and mind-boggling and unbelievable stuff. Though some pulse readers are also seen in the USA, but they have very limited knowledge. And they just simply are not comparable to the ones we saw here in India. Now, one such person was Vaidya Balendu Prakash. Now, this guy could cure several types of cancer. Now, if you have been born and raised in the USA, you would believe, like many of us, that cancer, that's bad. It's uncurable, incurable. But this guy did it, and he does that on a regular basis. People from all across the globe came to him with their sufferings. Now, if you don't believe this, we don't blame you. But you can do a Google search about him, and there is lots of information about him, all about. There are also all kinds of videos about him, but most of them might be in the Hindi language, so you might need to use one of those subtitles or some sort of translation. But still, you will get some great information related to him that will make you realize just how much there is to nature and health and how much we are losing because of being not aware of those benefits from nature and Ayurveda. Okay, we're coming back now to our main topic. We took the help of some esteemed organizations like Arya Vaidya Sala, Kotakal Siddha Ayurveda, and Paramand Ayurveda, which practices the most pure forms of Ayurveda and did not compromise with the traditions and values of Ayurveda for profits. Now, with the guidance of such esteemed intellectuals and organizations and the hard work of our wonderful people, we were able to finalize certain herbs and natural treatments to be safe, effective, and productive for herpes out of thousands of herbs and traditional remedies that we worked upon. Also, by this time, a number of Ayurvedic doctors and healthcare professionals have joined us. So it wasn't a long time before we started providing these verified herpes natural treatments to patients at our center. But only in the supervision of our doctors and our certified professionals. That was important. Later, we started to provide this treatment to people all around the globe. And we named it VSAHT, which stands for Verified and Supervised Alternative Herpes Treatment. Now, due to the gift of technology, our doctors were able to give consultations to patients from all across the world. This is how VSAHT was created and came into effect by incorporating verified treatments always under the supervision of qualified and certified and caring professionals. Now, we are still operating from India, and we desire to keep operating from here because we are able to thereby find the right people to fit into our team as the demand for VSAHT grows. Now, due to its rich herbal heritage and the flourishing of Ayurveda, we are easily able to hire qualified and skilled professionals from the field of natural and herbal medicine. Now, here we would like to remind our viewers that a lot of people rely on the information they read online for herpes natural treatments. Certainly they do. Now, that's not a bad thing to do, but you need to do far more than to just read some stuff and start trying it. You need to display a bit of caution. You need to display caution because it's important to take the consultation and guidance of someone knowledgeable and somebody preferably with some kind of certification or accreditation in this field. Because there's lots of information and lots of websites related to herpes treatment, but most of them display incomplete information at best, are untrue, or sometimes just mere scams. So remember to watch your back while doing any such thing. Now, a little bit of caution never harms anybody when it's about your health, so be careful. Now, let us see how VSAHT works and what you need to do to benefit from it. Now, as mentioned before, VSAHT is an alternative herpes treatment system. Again, a system aimed at providing comprehensive herpes treatment by consultation and supervision by expert doctors and verified treatment options. It is basically a three-step process. 3 steps. Number 1, book an appointment for consultation. First of all, you have to book an appointment in order to be consulted by our doctors and medical experts. Now, you will be given a form to fill out where you will be required to input the details like your name, your age, your current condition, and other requirements mentioned here. Now, after filling this form out, you can click on the Book an Appointment button. Now, we would like to let you know that is not free of cost, but it costs much less than the average consultation fee you have to pay when you go to see your doctor, for sure. Now, here you have to pay $12 for 40 minutes of consultation. Now, this helps us to cover our costs as we have people and staff and professionals giving their precious time and services to us. After you have booked an appointment, you will get an email soon from us regarding the details of the appointment. Now, we have very different modes of consultation, and it is your choice to see which mode you want to use. We have video consultation, audio consultation, even textual consultation. Now, you can choose the one that you are most comfortable with. Then you'll be asked for your favorable timings. and accordingly the timings will be decided. And normally we have dozens of people lined up, so it normally takes 2, maybe 3 days for the consultation to happen. Once everything is finalized, you will be notified via email about your date, time, and mode of consultation, and also you will be told to have the relevant documents necessary ready with you during the consultation, and also send a copy of each prior to the start of a consultation with us. You send those to us, that's right. So that is as far as booking the appointment is concerned. Now, the consultation itself with our doctors. Once your appointment is booked, you will have the consultation with our medical experts. Now, during consultation, our doctors will thoroughly examine your condition and ask you several important questions regarding the same. You will have their undivided attention, and you can ask all of your questions and queries, talk about your worries that you might have, all of those things. Now, after having a close and deep look at your problem and condition, they will prepare the treatment regimen for you. Now, the treatment regimen will consist of herbal medications prescribed by the doctor, and it will also have a diet chart and do's and don'ts for you to follow to get the best results. Now that's important. The herbal medications that are most suitable to your condition and stage will be prescribed where the most important aspects are increasing your immunity, purifying your blood and other organs that might be toxicated. Also, depending upon the condition of the herpes simplex virus in your body, the herbal medication would be given to deal with the virus. Now, your previous medical history and other problems that you may have had or might be caused by herpes or the medications that you have taken in the past will also be taken into account while the prescription is prepared. Now, along with it, you will have a diet chart that is best suitable to you. It will be prepared keeping in mind the condition of your problem and overall health. But we try to make sure that it doesn't become too difficult or complicated for you to follow. Now, along with it, if required, you will be given suggestions and advice on changes to make to your lifestyle to ensure good health, no outbreaks, and proper herpes treatment. Now, please note that different treatment regimens are given to different people because the same treatment regimen, no matter how good it is for you, is not going to be suitable to everybody. Every person's body, health, and condition is different, and that is why an effective treatment system, a regimen, is one which has been prepared specifically for the individual rather than everyone in general. Hence, the treatment regimen given to you is for you only and should not be taken by anyone else without consulting our doctors or another or any certified expert. More or less, this is the important information related to your consultation. Now, starting the treatment. This is the third and last step to start the treatment. Get going. Once your prescription and other relevant stuffs have been prepared related to your treatment regimen, if you want to start the treatment, you need to go ahead and order the herbal medications prescribed. Once your consultation is over, you will be sent your treatment regimen. Now, if you want to start the treatment, you can order the herbal medications. Now, we will let you know the prices and send you a bill, and you can then go ahead and make the payment, after which your order will be accepted. Now, depending upon what has been prescribed, it can take us 1 to 2 weeks to get it ready. You see, some items that are specially derived from only small herbs need to be prepared fresh, so they take time. Other items related to minerals and herbal mineral elements, supplements like that, are kept in stock, so they don't take much time. Now, we would let you know your estimated delivery time, and we usually don't exceed that, but occasionally, when the order numbers are really high, there can be some delay, for which we're sorry, due to shortages of raw materials. But please note that if you want to take the herbal medication mentioned in your treatment from somewhere else, we don't have any objection to that. But do make sure that you check the quality and if they have been prepared according to the required methods. Once you get your herbal medication, you can start immediately to get well, and you will be asked to update us every month about how it is going, what changes you feel and have noticed, and if there's any sort of a problem or anything that you want us to know about. Please keep in mind that you are supposed to follow the instructions given to you by the doctor, allocated to you by us. That's what we want. We want the very best for you, so follow the instructions. This is pretty much how VSAHT works, and how thousands of people, just like you, are being able to benefit from it. You can always contact us or email us if there is any sort of confusion or question or query that you have. You can start right now by clicking the Book Consultation button on our website. Now, VSAHT is a comprehensive natural alternative to the conventional treatments for herpes out there. Most of you probably have realized, some of you have had experience and know how ineffective and cumbersome conventional treatments have become. They lead to many more side effects and complications now rather than any respite and benefits. It just doesn't happen. A systematic alternative treatment system like VSAHT beats conventional treatments on all three major fronts. First of all, the effectiveness. VSAHT starts with improving your immunity, cleaning your system, and restoring the natural, normal balance of the body, and at the same time hunting for the virus and restraining it from reproduction and multiplications, whereas all those conventional options do is try to suppress the virus. And in the last few years, even that has stopped working and happening. Number two, the cost. It's low cost. Conventional treatments, they cost a massive burden on most patients. And if you combine that with the doctor's fees and then the medication costs every month, compared to that, VSAHT is much cheaper and a less straining option. Now, number three, side effects. This is by far the most important difference between the two. Now, while long-term usage of the antivirals can lead to several mild to severe complications such as nausea, liver cancer, kidney failure, hair loss, and such, the VSAHT treatment system gives you no side effects as it has all nature-based products, including herbal medications and herbal mineral supplements. Now, actually, VSAHT boosts and improves your overall health, and most importantly, clears out the toxins that have been accumulated inside along all these years. Now, apart from the above-mentioned benefits, there are other numerous advantages of a credible and supervised alternative herpes treatment system like VSAHT over conventional drug-like effects on herpes outbreaks and such. But let us move forward and see why this world's first verified and supervised alternative herpes treatment is going to help millions of herpes patients, many just like you. Not only does it prove to be a better option to conventional treatments, it also answers the questions and the question marks that are put all over alternative and natural treatment by the skeptics. Now, some of these concerns were really quite legitimate, and some others were just there because there just wasn't enough information and validation and protocol to gauge the legitimacy of alternative treatment. A comprehensive and supervised alternative treatment system like VSAHT takes care of these concerns and criticisms. Like, number one, the safety issue. Before VSAHT, the general trend was that people got to know about something or they saw something or heard about something and they started using it. Now, this raised a good deal of safety concerns, as in certain cases people started having problems because they took and used something not suitable to them. Just for a simple example, people started using oregano oil without realizing that they are allergic to it. But all these concerns have been put to rest by the VSAHT. Since herbal medication is only prescribed after a doctor's consultation with the patients, and all the herbal medications included in VSAHT are all thoroughly tested and researched before being verified and included into this system. And so it eliminates the safety concerns. Number two, the lack of information. Now, most people, due to a lack of proper and adequate information, either are unable to take the benefits of natural treatments or simply end up making the wrong choices because they took something that was not meant for them. VSAHT clearly solves all of these uncertainties because with our doctor consultation feature, people get the opportunity to know what is good for them and what is to be avoided. Everybody gets the opportunity to clear their confusion and misconceptions, which makes them better prepared to make better decisions specifically. VSAHT has helped those people who were so confused and so uncertain about alternative and natural treatments. Now, the next point explains it in even more detail. Number three, credibility and trust. Important factor. Most people have not been able to take the benefits of natural treatments because there has been just a lack of credible trust and worthiness or verified information about products, about natural herpes treatments. There are plenty of information and products online, but most of them are either fake or even a scam. Well, VSAHT has completely eliminated the concerns of falling into the traps of falsehoods that you see spread online all the time. When you have something like VSAHT, it doesn't make sense to go for any of these uncertainties and doubtful options. With VSAHT, you get the opportunity to directly consult the doctors and the certified healing professionals, and it is they who decide what ingredients and what herbal medication is best and suitable and most effective for you. Also, to improve transparency, we have put some of the certifications of our professionals and our doctors on our website. Now, this is an important step that we have taken to enhance the trustworthiness and the credibility of this system. VSAHT solves these three major and many other minor concerns that have stopped the general public from using the benefits, the great benefits of natural herpes treatment options. Now, as already mentioned, VSAHT is the world's first alternative natural herpes treatment system, supervised by doctors. Now, this is a first of its kind, legitimate and credible. It's an attempt to take alternative herpes treatment to millions of herpes sufferers all around the world. People have no longer to worry about the risks or the problems when thinking about trying our natural and alternative treatments. Our services are not free of cost, but we have tried to keep the costs as low as possible. We have our costs to cover, and in order to provide our services in an effective manner to the needy people of the world, these costs are essential. Right now, we are seeking and serving around 150 to 200 patients a day, and by the end of 2019, this number should go up to around 800 to 1,000 patients per day. We have a hard-working team over here that keeps growing slowly. We ensure that only the best and skilled herbal practitioners join our team to maintain our high standards and quality. Folks, there are lots of stuff and stories online in the name of alternative herpes treatment or natural herpes treatment. But most of them are either flat-out scams or unverified and incomplete information. Many of you must have, at some point in your lifetime, fallen prey to such stuff. Also, some of them that do provide some value for money, but they give the same pre-decided stuff to everybody. And the obvious result of such treatment is not going to be that effective for everybody. Makes sense. Such irregularities and inconsistencies have allowed the skeptics and the critics of natural and alternate medical practices and science to point fingers at it. Also, it has created a sense of doubt and uncertainty among common people. VSAHT has been specially created and evolved to address such issues and challenges that are stopping natural and alternative treatments from flourishing, and we want them to flourish. Folks, keep in mind, whether it's conventional or alternative treatment, consulting someone qualified, skilled, and knowledgeable is an important procedure before trying out something, anything. Also, every patient is different. Their age, the state of their disease, their health condition, they're all different, so the same thing can't be given to everybody, especially in case of something as complicated as herpes. Therefore, specialized treatment is important by taking into account one's current condition as well as past medical history to ensure better, safer, and long-lasting results. So don't compromise with your health in haste. Take your time before choosing, before trying out something, and do your research and look around about it. Also, we would like to clarify here that this is not a cure claim. VSAHT is an alternative herpes treatment system, and it should be taken in that way. We would not like to claim, we do not claim any cure for herpes. And we have had a few patients who have gotten some negative results in their blood tests, yes. But the day we are certain about a cure for herpes, we would let you good folks know all about it. Also, there are many out there who are claiming to cure herpes. Those who claim to 100% cure herpes, please mark this, they are flat-out scams, and they are going to dupe you. Those who guarantee you 100% cure are just scams. Don't fall prey to them. Now, as we said, The day that there is a cure for herpes, we will let you know about it right here. Now, we hope we have made everything clear about VSAHT and what it is all about. For any question or query, feel free to email us and we'll be happy to respond to that. Before ending this VSAHT informative presentation, we would like to suggest that you try out this verified natural herpes treatment system under the supervision of our medical experts and qualified alternative health professionals practitioners. Your life will change in more ways than you might ever think of or imagine. And you can start with booking an appointment for consultation. Now, we hope this information helps you in your life. And we thank you very, very much for your time and patient listening. It was a bit long, wasn't it? But I assure you that it was well worth it. That what you learned here can truly change your life and bring you greater happiness and joy that you can share with others. And that brings more joy and happiness into the world, and that is what we want for all of us, and especially for you. All the best, and bye for now.